Hi, I'm Millie Swan, Executive Business Strategist and Heart-Based Leadership Mentor to CEOs, business executives and people who are specialists and just happen to also be in business. Well, this is the third part of a 5-step video Resurrect Your Business course and a few blogs as well. And today I hope you've been enjoying the videos that we've been creating and you've been getting some value out of them. The Rule of W and the Connection and Motivation tools are two of the most important key foundation tools. And today I'm going to give you a third one. It's one of the ones that for me is how you can start to choose to work with the best in every part of your life. Your clients, your suppliers, and even in your personal life as well. So how do you work with the best? For me, when I got this concept about 10 years ago or 12 years ago, was when I was going through a big growth stage with one of my own existing businesses at the time, and I was consulting out as well. And when I got this concept, it just made it so much easier. It made me grow massively fast, and it took away a lot of pressure off me about things that just seemed to be constantly going wrong. It stopped me being in a reactive state. I like to call this process the anti-client process, and it's really, I see how people keep getting stuck in these same cycles of attracting the wrong people into their lives, the wrong clients, the wrong suppliers, and just the wrong people who are influencing them as well. They're major energy drainers, these people, particularly clients who you don't, they just, everything seems to go wrong with them all the time. It's really, how do you break these cycles? And everybody talks about, they've all got this concept of the ideal client, and that's really great. But for me, this anti-client process that I'm going to talk to you about is really powerful. And from that place, you can very easily identify who you want to be around, who you want to bring into your business, and who you want to bring into your life. We can all create these wonderful pictures of what we want, but often we attract things that we really don't need, and it comes from sort of not really understanding that you must start with your outcome in mind. Because when you do that, when you start with your outcome in mind, you're then allowed to really go through a much better process of what I call this anti-client process. It switches things around immediately. It's great because it's in every part of your life. And I think that when you get this and you really need this for your business and for your life, and you really understand how to bring it forward, you really you just feel a greater sense of self-worth, because you're starting to line up better with who are the people that you really can influence, who are the people you want to work with. It's just an amazing shift that I see in clients all the time. It's how you can magically, what appears to be magically, fasten the process of growing a business. It just happens so quickly. I can't emphasize this as one of the other key parts of a 5-step foundation process for business resurrection, and for any business really. I think that it's really important that it's one of the things that stops growth. It is one of the things that exhausts you energetically, and from those kind of things that you then move into a state of lovely flow, and people just seem to attract effortlessly towards you. That's where I want you to be, and that's what I really want to bring to this little tool about the anti-client tool. It's a great thing. Let me take you through the process of it. So in the first video, we asked you to use the Rule of W, and it's a great questioning tool. It's something that you should fall back to all the time. It's a great one for this anti-client process, and I really want to guide you through it now. What I want you to do is get a piece of paper, and I want you to write down every single thing on that piece of paper that drives you mad or totally nuts about clients that you have, about people, particularly if you can set up particularly for clients, one for your suppliers, and one for people in your personal life. Write down everything that drives you insane about them. It might be they don't return your calls, they don't do the work that's required, they are always terribly late at paying, and you have to spend a lot of time chasing them up. Think about anything that pushes your button and makes you feel hot and hard about things, and you really, it just exhausts you about stuff. all the little things. It takes a little bit of time, and it's great to leave a piece of paper just sort of going and brewing, what I like to call brewing, for a day or so. And every time something comes into your head, add to that list. You know, they might be late for meetings, they don't keep their agreements about things, whatever it is. Even the little things that drive you nuts, even the little things. They might not speak to staff properly, all sorts of things, big things and little things. I want you to make sure that you write that on the list. Now, from that place, there's two really great things that happen. It clears off from you all the exhausting, draining energy that you feel about this client, about all the people that are involved in the process. It actually really acknowledges what are the things. Instead of just generally complaining out loud about somebody, really get clear about what it is that drives you mad. From that place, you can then start to see people like them and other people who may have similar traits about them, and you'll see them coming towards you. You'll be able to go, oh my God, that's like that client. And you'll be able to consciously choose not to actually either engage with them or to work with them. It actually really identifies on a really specific level who those people are. They turn up, they still keep turning up, and you go, oh, I see you, and you can step them aside. From this place, you then go on and you can write a clear list really about what you really do want, and that allows you, using the rule of W, how to do that. My client Pat, he's transformed his whole business using this anti-client process. He now has a completely different, 80% of his clients are a completely different client base. He still has a couple of challenging clients that we will be letting go over the next couple of months. But the whole process is that he's working with much bigger clients. They pay him regularly. They're a joy to work with. It's more on a partnership basis, and he's a really tough industry of manufacturing. So as we've cleaned up his client base, we're now ready to go another level with the business. We've been able to identify then that where are the other parts in this business that we can actually take it. Because we've been able to get rid of all the anti-clients out of his business, and also some of the changes happen internally with the staff, we can also do this process with anti-staff. It works just as well. He's had a revolution of change within his staff as well. So he's been able to allow people whose skills aren't required anymore or don't quite fit the new model, and new people to come in. So it's a double whammy kind of effect. It really makes you grow really quickly. So he's in an industry that's changing so fast. What he was doing in business 3 years ago isn't really even available these days. But because we've managed to change the client base that he really enjoys, and then the staffing as well, using this process, he's now got a business that's much more aligned to who he really is. And just today, we've decided that there's two parts of the business that will provide an enormous amount of another level value-based servicing to his existing clients, and also another opportunity as well about how to take the business in the right level. This is where the future of this business is really going. And so we've also been able to identify, using this anti-client process, how we can work with these two other parts of the business. We know that within the next 2 to 3 weeks, that those two parts of the new business, the key partners will be in place, and also the key staff. They've sort of been around for a little while, but it's only just become extremely clear now where this new business really wants to go, and really where Pat wants to take it. Because we ran it through the anti-client process, we could really clearly allow things to leave and his frustrations to leave around this. And then he was really able to see when these anti-clients came up, it's like, yeah, we don't need any more of those. And then we could move things forward with who he really does want to work with. And they are the ones that are now starting to come to him. So the process for the clients really works. And I want this for you too. These are tools that I've used in my own businesses, that I've used within so many other businesses I've consulted to in the past 15 years. It's incredibly powerful. It really does transform everything. It is one of the key 5 steps. When we understand this process, then we can really move into great client conversion, because easy clients, fantastic clients, they come to you effortlessly, especially when you know who you don't want to work with. So if you haven't already, I'd love you to sign up for my little mini course. Go back and watch the first 2 videos and go through the first 2 steps, because that will help set the foundations for understanding how this works really easy. I'd love to be able to give this information to you. Nobody does it the way I do, and the success that I have for my own clients is phenomenal. People are creating lifestyles and lives for themselves and their staff and their businesses that is just a wonderful process. And it's really true to say that you know, I really can and do have 100% client base that I absolutely love, that I work with and watch grow. And there's very few people in the world that can really say that about their business and their lives. It does require choices, but you are making choices very much from a very clear understanding about what you do want and definitely what you don't want. It takes you just out of that horrible draining energy of complaining and into the space of actually really being clear about what it is that works just for you. So go ahead, sign up for my mini course, enjoy the tools that we give you, and I look forward to talking to you soon, and very much for the next 2 videos as well. Bye for now.